The 2026 FIFA World Cup Group D. Paraguay 0, Australia 0. Both teams finishing on 4 points. Australia confirmed second in Group D. They advanced to the knockout round. This is the first time in Australia's history that they advance to the knockout stages for a second World Cup in a row. Congratulations to the Socceroos. Paraguay finishing in fourth, albeit with a negative goal differential after that opening day pounding by the USA, probably have enough to advance. And you could tell by the sort of lack of intent from both teams during long stretches of this game and how satisfied Popovic was for Australia at the end and how accepting Gustavo Alfaro was as well. So talking about this game, at the San Francisco Bay Arena Stadium in Santa Clara, Paraguay entered the match without star player Miguel Almiron, who was suspended due to a red card in the previous game against Turkey. Consequently, they deployed a highly defensive 5-4-1 formation and soaked up early Australian pressure. Early chances, though, were generated. The Socceroos took control of the affair early on. Just 3 minutes into the game, Jackson Irvine, the midfielder and occasional captain, he tested the Paraguayan goalkeeper Orlando Gil with a fizzing angled shot that was parried over the crossbar. We saw a defensive stalemate for the most part here because Australia found consistent success combining down the right flank through Jordan Boss, Aidan O'Neill, Christian Volpato, with Volpato later firing a threatening curler from the right side of the box, but Gil yet again was on hand to deny it. So first 20, 30 minutes of this game, it was pretty much all Australia generating the shots, the efforts on target. Paraguayan offense was very lacking because as Australia dominated possession, Paraguay offered virtually no attacking threat in the first half. They did not register their first shot of the game until the 37th minute, which set a new record for their own personal latest first attempt in a World Cup match since 1966. Not a very nice record to break for La Albirroja, but I get it. Priorities for getting that crucial, precious World Cup point. The second half was a very cautious chess match. Coming out for the second half, Paraguay made tactical adjustments by switching to a back four, which immediately provided more attacking intent. And they did get a few more glimpses of the Australian goal here and there. I mean, there were key chances. Just 5 minutes after the restart, halftime substitute Mauricio, he forced a solid save from the Australian goalkeeper Patrick Beach. And you had Julio Enciso. He provided some spark as well. He was a constant live wire for the South Americans and logging a tournament-high 11 dribbles during the game. However, both teams, for the most part, struggled to really create clear-cut, clinical opportunities in the final third. And as the game drew to a close, neither side appeared that willing to risk pushing too many men forward and jeopardizing the single point that would likely see them both qualify. And deep into stoppage time, what happened was, essentially, Jordan Boss, he had a dangerous attempt for Australia, and Mauricio saw a low strike from the edge of the box that wasn't much of a threat. It was collected pretty easy by Patrick Beach. So the opening stages of this game, as well as the ending stages, you saw the teams be a little bit more cautious, especially towards the end of the match. Paraguay willing to let Australia finish second in this group, being pragmatic, knowing that they get a point. They're pretty much sitting pretty, not safe at all by any means, as of last night when this game occurred, but in a better position already than some of the other confirmed third-place sides like Scotland and Senegal and South Korea, who can only finish on 3 points max and did finish on 3 points max. So this is something that will become commonplace, I think, under this new format, and we will see more of during these closing stages of the group phase. Group J between Austria and Algeria, that sort of dynamic is something to keep an eye out for. But for Australia, you should be happy getting second. You're probably going to have a very beatable opponent in the next round. It's looking like you're going to get either Egypt or Iran. But if you get Belgium, I mean, it's still a winnable game. This is a very poor Belgian side. It's a shell of its former self. Drop points to Iran and Egypt on match days 1 and 2. I mean, very winnable for Australia to make it back to a second successive round of 16. And for Paraguay, it's looking like Germany, but beggars cannot be choosers. They played cautiously to get that point. It was strategy. It's about survival. That's what the World Cup is about. You do anything and anything you can to get that result you need to survive. They're probably going to play Germany in that first knockout game. And that'll be a tough game I think they can give them, but they'll be underdogs, of course. So I actually thought this match was entertaining. I don't think it was like very blatantly obvious that neither team cared. I mean, they both generated chances here and there. Australia more so. Australia looking like the better team overall, like I know that they are. So there's not much else to analyze here. Beautiful evening, by the way, in Santa Clara when this game took place. I was watching it. Very vivid sunset. Good luck to both teams in the next round. Peace out.